Hey guys, Bluebridge here and welcome to another video previewing our match against Shamrock Rovers, and we've got some great news about two academy players, so let's get into it. So tomorrow we play our final match in the Conference League. We don't play again until I think it's February, because we've definitely qualified now for the next stage. And that means that we no longer need to play in any playoffs, which will be taking place in December. I believe this is December, isn't it? January or whenever the playoffs are. But because we are in the knockout stage already, we've got a bit of a break in this competition. So Shamrock Rovers are not a bad team, to be honest. They're also unbeaten in the Conference League. They've won 3 of their games, drawn 2, and they've only conceded 4 goals. That's the same amount that we've conceded. So they're going to be a tough nut to crack. They're going to be quite defensively astute. And Maresca did warn about it in the press conference. He said they're going to be hard to break down. So we need to find solutions. He's already watched them 4 or 5 times, so he's done his homework. So he knows their strengths and their weaknesses. So yeah, it'll be good facing an Irish team, actually. I think that's the first time we've played an Irish team in competitive football, if I'm not mistaken. And I got a story about Ireland. I used to visit Dublin quite frequently, actually, and I remember years ago we were playing against AFC Wimbledon, or Wimbledon as they were called back then, in the FA Cup, and I found a remote pub in the middle of Dublin to watch the game, and there was only 2 other people in there watching, and I was got talking to one of the people. He happened to be a Chelsea supporter, so I found a Chelsea supporter in a remote place in Dublin, and we watched the game together. So that's a nice little story about Dublin, because Shamrock Rovers are on the south side of Dublin. So yeah, so nice place to visit. I recommend it, but it's a home match, so we won't be. If it was a away match, I might be tempted to go to Dublin for one more visit. But yeah, we're playing at home. And this is another chance to give an outing to some of the young boys. And that's where my next story goes on to now, because we got, because of suspensions, injuries, Badia Shill should have been playing, but he got picked up an injury, so that's why he didn't play at the weekend. So that means Tosin, who played, so he needs to be rested. Desassi didn't play, so he'll probably play. And we've got some great news about Acheampong, because Acheampong was somebody I spoke about in my last preview when I said he was back in the fold and he was close to signing a contract. But today it was confirmed that he has now signed that contract. It's a 5-year contract extension on what he's got. So he signed it at Stamford Bridge today, so that's great news. So he's obviously being pitched the pathway, and he's happy with what the club have had to say. And he is, for me, one of the better younger players, and I feel that he'll do well at Chelsea. You don't have the likes of PSG, Barcelona, Liverpool, Real Madrid after you if you haven't got something about you. So he played in the last match after not playing for a while, and he fitted it like a glove. So tomorrow he's got another chance to impress. And so, and it's quite, when Maresca was talking about him, he did say that someone asked, one of the reporters said, is he going to go out on loan? But Maresca did say that he's somebody he wants in and around the first team to work with. So that means that he may be getting some minutes in the first team. So I hope his growth isn't stunted. I hope that he gets some minutes. And as I said before, because this is our last game in the league stages, it's going to be difficult now to break into the league matches. So does he see him playing in some league games as well? We've got the FA Cup coming up in January, so maybe that's going to be his competition as well. Is it Morecambe we play, or some lower league side that we've been drawn against? So he'll definitely get opportunities in that game to impress. And but the other good news is that him and Tyreek George are now official members of the first team. Some lovely videos going around today about how they have now got their own lockers in the first team, and so they've been integrated into the first team squad. So that's great news for them. And it does show that there is a pathway, because we've been criticised a lot as a club for just looking at our academy as a pure profit venture. But, you know, I think obviously they saw the mistake they made in getting rid of Lewis Hall. But I think maybe they needed to manage the books. So the only way of managing the books was to get rid of some of these players who we can get pure profit on. Otherwise, we'll have been in problems. So we've got to look at the bigger picture, guys. You know, I know some people didn't want it and saw it as not having foresight. But the thing is, there's no point in having foresight if we can't protect our present. So, you know, so we had to look at the present and where we're at. And the fact is that we needed to generate money in case of falling foul to the fair play rule. So now the club has shown that, yeah, we are in a better off position financially. So it's a case of we will be able to now keep the promising players on our books. Not all of them are going to make it through. You know, just two or three in an academy in every 5 or 6 years, then your academy's working. So, you know, don't expect every single academy player to come through. But these two are obviously two players that they've identified as promising talents, and they want to help them to progress. And I think the Tyreek George things come on the back of the Mudryk situation, because obviously with Mudryk possibly facing a long ban, then we need extra bodies in our squad. So that's where Tyreek George comes in. You know, he's still a bit raw, but you can see the talent, you can see his confidence. He's trying a bit too hard to score a goal. Hopefully he gets that goal, and once he gets that goal, he'll relax a bit more. But you know, I do love his confidence. I do like the way that he tries to make things happen when he gets the ball. So going on, touching on Mudryk for a bit, because the press conference was dominated by Mudryk talk, and we knew that was going to be the case. Obviously, with this drug scandal coming out, and it was, you know, asked about it. You know, Maresca said he's you know, the club are behind him. They have every confidence that he didn't do it deliberately, and they will help him along the way. And he doesn't need our help. He doesn't need our criticism at the moment, because he's still a young lad and going through a lot. Yeah, he's been badly advised, but we'll see what happens once the B test comes in. But you know, it looks like it may be a lengthy ban, and George has got a chance to stake his claim. You know, because Maresca didn't. He said he may go into the transfer market. We don't know. But we've got a couple of players coming in next year, so do we really need to get into go into the transfer market? But we've got 3 games, I think, before the transfer market opens, or 4. So if Tyreek George comes in and does well, then there'll be no need to dip into the transfer market. So yeah, pleased for those 2 players now, and it's good to see them able to be part of that first team, and let's hope that they can grow and their confidence will grow and they will prove to be the top quality players that I think they are. So there you have it, guys. That's the stories for today. Hope you enjoyed them. Stick your comments in the comment section below about Tyreek George, about Acheampong. Are you happy that you signed a new contract? What do you think about the Shamrock Rovers game? Hard game, or just another day in the office, and you know, we will turn them over in the Conference League? Let me know what you think. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you're notified every time I make a new video. So take care for now. Bye-bye.